It's game time! I am the Dread Pirate, and with me is Auxentius. Auxentius, are you ready?
It's time to duel.
Yes, today is the Dread Pirates channel, and the Metal Apocalypse adventures continue. The role-playing...
And for the starting of the Metal Apocalypse, I summon in attack position Lilith, Lady of Lament.
This is the game where we don't actually roleplay, we just talk about how awesome Avengers Infinity War was. Isn't that right, Auxentius?
That is total
BS. Yes, which you haven't
seen
yet because you're gay and you just won't see it. But it's like, yeah, we're not actually going to play the role-playing game today. I'm just gonna talk about Infinity War and spoil everything for you, so you won't want to see it. Does that sound like a good idea? I think that's a good idea. Let's do that. Let's do it. Movie starts out. No.
The train by my house is telling you not to.
Okay. All right, Mr. Train. All right. So, last we met, you made some friends. And a bunch of awesome characters plagiarized from another person's role-playing game. Because we somehow did a sequel to that role-playing game. I don't know how. It just happened. Here we are, and we just got to live with it. You also ran into obscure Marvel Comics supervillain Bulldozer, who scared the ever-loving shit out of you. So I decided to finally do my job and let you level up, and you have a new class, I believe, and which will
I have gained what is called a mythic path, actually, it's I chose Mythic Archmage, rank 1, of 10. So that's always fun.
I'm thinking we should role play this interesting because as we discussed earlier, something very interesting happens to you when you wake up the next morning, or for you like 5 in the afternoon because vampire. So 5 in the afternoon, being a vampire, you wake up. And
why can't it be 9 in the afternoon?
Because, like,
with your eyes as bright as the moon.
I'm just gonna hold this pause for a while so you feel shame for that. Now, you know, I don't know. You're the one really solidly nocturnal person in this group. I mean, it's like except for maybe Lorella, who's lives in, she's a drow, so she lives underground in darkness all the time. But it's like, I don't know. 5 o'clock seems reasonable for you to like get up, talk to people, get organized, and then the sun will go down. So I figured that would be a good time for you to wake up. Whatever. So you start your morning off at the crack of noon, and you wake up and you don't feel so good. As we discussed, you wake up and you feel kind of weakened, and you no longer have damage reduction. You have lost the spell-like abilities Blur, Unhallow, Dimension Door, which actually wasn't working anyway for, because it's one of the spells that for some reason is just not working. And there's another one, I think Shield. Shield no longer works for you. And that was the main things. You lost your damage reduction, and you lost those spell-like abilities. And you lost another ability, which I told you about, but your character doesn't necessarily know that, so whatever. But as far as you know, you're weakened. You no longer have damage reduction, and you no longer have your spell-like abilities. And your friend, the Angel Alistair, comes to you too and starts complaining of the same thing. He's lost a lot of his spell-like abilities, and he basically relents to you that he feels weaker. He feels like he's something's wrong. It's like he can't go back to his own realm, and on top of that, basically, he feels weakened, and on top of that, basically, certain abilities he has no longer function, and those
are damage resistance from all sources are gone?
Your damage reduction. So, like, your
damage reduction from all sources.
Yes.
Because I have, like, 2 or 3 different sources of damage reduction, and one that overrides another, or all others.
As far as I could tell, you had damage reduction 10, magic and silver.
I have DR 40, cold 10, acid 35, electricity 35,
All right, go back. See,
That comes from
God damn
the pseudo-natural creature.
See,
and I have something else from the.
So, audience, we were supposed to have worked this out like 30 minutes ago. And,
I'm just making sure that it's all sources.
We haven't. Yeah, it's
Dread Pirate.
sources.
Dread Pirate.
So,
Dread Pirate.
Yes.
It's either from all sources or it's from one source specifically.
All sources. Well, okay.
All sources.
Well, it's weird the way it works. Okay, so all right, your damage reduction 10, magic and silver, that's gone. Where's the damage reduction from pseudo-natural? Like what? That was like 40 something.
Yeah, it was 40.
Okay, what did it say on it? Like 40 / plus what?
It's just damage reduction 40.
No, there's like a plus on it. Oh my god. God damn it. All right, you're a 20th hit die creature.
Yes.
We did all the housekeeping 20 minutes ago, and we have to do it again. I hate you. I hate you. I want to with Mom. All right. Pseudo-natural troll. Hang on a second. Okay. So you're a fucking Pathfinder character. This is a 3.5 fucking thing. All right. 40. Okay. Yeah. This is the thing. All right. Okay. Your damage reduction 10, magic and silver, that's gone. Here's what you have now. You have damage reduction 40 plus 7. So
okay. Well,
yeah.
The pseudo-natural creature damage reduction overrided the vampire, so I don't even get the vampire one. I just get the.
You don't have to do that with
natural.
You could stack shit with me. I'm because if you can do that, then I can do that.
I was using your template. Your template that you that you pointed me to on a certain page of a certain book, and we translated it.
Your damage reduction. Now, you still feel weaker, but this is like, who cares? Your damage reduction from now on is 40 / plus 7. Which means plus 7 or better magic weapons can get through your damage reduction. Or magic. Magic can get through your damage reduction. Cool?
Just gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you have damage reduction 40 / plus 7. That's what that means. I know you're like, you don't read, and you're retarded about 3.5, but that's what that means. It's a plus 7 or better magic weapons can get through your damage reduction. Okay, I just had aneurysm, and yeah, and my brain hurts, and anyway, whatever. So, okay, glad to know that was not resolved whatsoever. Okay. So you wake up, you feel a little bit weaker, but you still have like damage reduction 40, so who gives a shit? But yeah, your abilities don't work, and you still feel kind of off. Alistar starts complaining to you about like he feels off, and the thing is, all right. So what is not working for him anymore is he has a bunch of abilities that are kind of always on him that normally work, and none of them working. So you already knew about the true seeing, which didn't work. Also, he's lost see invisibility, discern lies, detect snares and pits, and detect evil. So he's lost all that as well. So you were concerned about this, and you were kind of getting sick and tired of weird shit happening to you. So you busted out your wizard books and you studied, but you're a mythic archmage now, and it's like you got this cool thing, this cool new class now, and yeah.
I mean, yeah, considering I spent over a week studying all this other stuff, I mean, that sounds reasonable enough.
You've graduated. You've graduated the Mythic Archmage Academy of gifted youngsters. And that's great. So, all right. Anyway, so that's what's going on. You're a little weaker, but you're an Archmage now, so that's cool. So you are in Fire Nipple's place. It smells like poop. What are you going to do?
It smells like poop.
It smells like poop because it's Fire Nipple.
I'm gonna clean, because I always clean his place. I just feel bad for the guy.
All right. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, what about you? So nice. You're so nice.
Pick up your own shit.
I'm trying. There's so much. Oh, I need help. So
Can you just not shit yourself every 5 minutes?
Okay, I'll try.
And I think that would be a very effective way of cleaning this house up.
Yeah, and once again, the animal and Laurel are conveniently not nearby to assist with that. You and the angel are the only person that actually gives a shit about this guy. But yeah, you were you eventually
Thank the flow of magic for Mage Hand.
yeah. So you've been cleaning up poop all morning, and then suddenly knock at your door, and you answer the castle door. The door. It's a tower door. It's not a fucking.
How bright is it outside?
The sun is setting. It's like it's night now. It's just barely night.
What time is it?
Like 6:50 something. 6, I don't know.
Okay.
It's time. The final nights begin. Just,
all right.
Nighttime. You're a vampire and you're fine and everything's cool. And
yay,
hooray! The knocking gets louder. It's like, open up, shithead.
Fine. I walk over to the door. I open it with an irritated look on my face.
It's Kathleen. Kathleen's like, hey, what's up?
Oh, hello. I didn't realize it was
it's you. It's the dragon lady. Hello. Hi, fire nipple. It's like, oh, it's you. Like, hey, have you seen that nice doll boy that guy used to go to clean up? I've got 2 new boys to clean up for me around there. Like, suddenly all 5 of them just look very, very sad and just like, so how are you? It's like, oh, they're so nice. They're helping me. They're figuring out what magic doesn't work. It's all weird. It's, for some reason people can't leave this plane. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to leave this plane. I kind of like it over here. It's nice, it's really good. It's like, yes, we know, Fire Nipple. We understand that. We're glad that you're looking into that. Denora and I can't actually, Denora, me, and Dother can't actually contact our gods either. I can't talk to Bahamut. She can't talk to Palor, and Corellin can't talk to Corellin, which. Shut up, Dother. Stop doing that. And Dother, meanwhile, is just kind of looking up in the air and smiling that he can't contact his god. And it's like, stop gloating, you asshole. It's like, I'm sorry, it's nothing. But you think that's somehow related? I don't know. Do you think it's related? Right. Okay. We're gonna take the vampire now, and we're gonna go investigate this tomb and see if that helps. And it's. I
think there's a chance.
Yeah. So let's go, Dother, before I murder an old man. And it's like, yeah. So not goodbye, Fire Nipple. Okay, bye. Nice seeing you.
Bye.
The tomb. What?
Going to the tomb. We're going to the tomb.
We're going to the. Oh, okay, good. I'll see you later. Bye. Okay. And all right.
We're going to the tomb. Going to the tomb.
You start leaving, and then Caitlin actually goes up to you and it's like, "Hey, are you a mage?"
Yes.
Don't take it the wrong way, but I really, really fucking hate mages. I hate you guys. You guys suck so much. You're all crazy and insane, and just don't take this the wrong way, but get fucked. I'm a mage too, Caitlin. You can get fucked too, Dother. Okay, all right.
How about I do the fucking, and all you just have fun.
Okay, good. That sounds like a good plan.
Good.
All right, so your angel friends here. Where's your other 2 loser friends? And it's like, the animal and Laurel are conveniently hanging out outside, and they look pretty happy and contented. They're just kind of doing what they always do, just hanging out with each other and drinking and partying and not cleaning up shit. So, enjoying the honeymoon, so to speak. And it's like, hey, we're ready to kick some ass now. It's like, yes, we are. So it's you're not a mage, are you? No, ma'am. I'm a barbarian. I like to kill things. Good. We're gonna get along real great.
Bullshit.
Yeah, sorry, loser mage. We're in the fighter club and we're awesome. So yeah. Fuck you guys. Yeah, it's like, I'm a rogue. Is that count? Yeah, you count. You sneak up and do the stabby. They're like, oh, okay, well that's pretty neat. So. And Greg seems to approve of this. It's like, yeah, I stick to the shadows too. All right, so you've got like 8 NPCs now. I'm just gonna let you take charge and figure out what you want to do, and I will have them make suggestions as we go. If I feel like it's relevant, or if it'll be.
Why do I have so many? Just wow, this is gonna get extremely.
This is your fault. This is you wanted a fucking escort, motherfucker. So here's your fucking escort. You made me
cool.
First session in which we randomly decided to roleplay inside the world of Wormwick. I had to make these 5 fuckers. Dothr I had to build in 4th edition in a 3.5 game. Go fuck yourself, by the way. Yeah, here they are. Here they are. So you're gonna play with them. You're gonna play with your toys, and you're gonna like it. That's that.
You make it sound like this is a sex toy.
Well, you know, Kathleen doesn't maybe. You know, who knows? I don't know.
All right.
Maybe
all right.
It depends on your, you know, whatever.
All right. We're gonna start making our way out of town to this place, this tomb that we have to go to.
Yeah, Duke Dad was kind enough to give us a map. And it's about 3 miles north of Colin Grove, kind of north to northeast a little bit. So we're gonna head that way.
Cool. I like it. Let's go.
Okay. Or unless you want to go a faster way, something like that.
Do I happen to know exactly where it's at?
You have a map.
Okay, I look at the map.
This map shows you a little X 3 miles northeast of where the of Colin Grove is. And you recognize Colin Grove, kind of the outlying areas, and you've seen a little bit of this stuff up from orbit since you have a spaceship and you're flying around.
Oh, cool. Yeah. All right. Look, my spellcasting page is freezing up on me. It apparently is not.
Our first technical problem of the day. So
yes, our first technical problem of the day. The spellcasting sheet is not loading properly.
What I'm trying to say though is how far away how far does teleport without error travel?
You said it's 3 miles, right?
Yeah, but like the spell teleport without error, that's like 100 miles or something like that, is right?
100 miles per caster level.
Okay.
So I can teleport like 1,700 miles.
1,700 miles. Okay. And
I can pump that up to 1,900 if I really wanted to.
Essentially, what I'm trying to say is you're not the only party member who actually has the ability to teleport. So.
Okay, so just so I can save all of us some trouble and, you know, save some uses, some spell slots, I'm going to ask everyone to wait around for a bit as I cast teleport ritualistically.
Okay.
So I don't spend a spell slot.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Sounds like a plan. And
Cool.
Aileen kind of looks at you and is like, oh yeah, I can teleport too. So like, yeah, you want to teleport us, man? It's like it's all you. It's like it saves me from doing it. So.
And it saves me from sitting around and, you know, casting it without expending a spell slot. You know, so I don't go against my arsenal that I have. I mean, if that's what you want to do, Miss Kathleen.
Oh, it's up to you, man. It's up to you. It's like you can do it, I can do it. It's like, well, like why walk?
Why don't we flip a coin for it?
Okay. Roll d20.
Roll d20?
Yeah.
Acquiring d20 to roll. I have a 13.
She has an 18. She wins.
Cool. You get to teleport us.
Do clerics get teleport spells by any chance?
You're telling me that she can teleport, but you don't know if she can actually teleport us.
No, it's not that. It's that you have another party member that I didn't bother to actually list his fucking spells on, and that's...
Oh, it's another party member that could do it.
Yeah, Alistar's a cleric. Alistar is cleric. Alistar has spells as a cleric, but they're... Oh, I think I did. Didn't I write them out? Yeah, I did write them out. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay, no. I'm not totally retarded. Good. All right. Yeah, poor thing has lots of like plane shift and stuff like that, and things that don't work. Yeah, he has plane shift, and that's all he's got. So, yeah, so it's down to you and Kathleen. It's Kathleen. Okay, cool. Sounds good. I got this. So everybody, stay close. And she like, you all kind of get together in a circle and start holding hands. And Kathleen blinks and flash. There's a flash of blue light, and suddenly it's really, really hot. And the sun is down, but you now discover that you are in a desert. And it's like, you're not like too deep into a desert. You can see like a normal like plain, not too far away. But it's like the area that you're in is basically kind of like the beginnings of a desert that starts leading out into like, leading up northwards to like, to the mountains, essentially. And,
Nice.
and essentially, again, the sand there's a little bit of clump of rocks and hills, and you know, and sure enough, there is an entrance to a tomb that you see. But it's very hot here. It's just like, fortunately, you're here during the night because, well, you wouldn't be able to survive anyway. But you're feeling like it might have been about 110 degrees like this morning. It's like the ground feels very, very hot, and it's a very dry heat too. But yeah, so there is a massive, large door with several glyphs on it. The glyphs read in some kind of ancient proto-common Mechopsa on the stone valve, and the door is sealed shut. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna study the door and make a knowledge arcana check.
Okay.
See if it's magical.
Okay.
I'm stupid.
What'd you get?
I got a 1.
It's a door.
It's a door.
You're not even sure if it's a door. You might you think it's just some really unusual stonework.
It's just a rock.
Yeah.
It's just a carving. It's not important.
Yeah. You just stand for a long while, and it's like, so where's this tomb we're supposed to go to? And everybody has a...
So, is this the tomb? Like...
No, it's just some other, like, you know, like hole in the middle of the ground with a large door in front of it.
I feel... This isn't a door.
Yeah, it's a door. I hate mages. Dother, I'm sorry. I know I said I loved you before, but I really hate you. I hate you because you're a mage. All right, Kathleen. It's like, well, okay, you know, I have a suggestion. Pipes up.
There's no way this is a door. Can I make a knowledge engineering check to see if it's actually a door?
All right, fine, go ahead.
To not be stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, not stupid anymore. Very smart.
Well, I'll be the one to determine that. All right.
37.
37. You determine that you are ass retarded because yes, this is very, very clearly a door, and you're not sure why you thought it wasn't a door for a minute.
Okay.
So
now I feel stupid.
Okay. So anyway, Greg pipes up and says, I might make a suggestion. What do you say? Since we don't know what's in there and we don't know what to expect necessarily, what do you say I just go in? I do my little trick and I'll head inside. And it's like what little trick? Says the animal. It's like, well, I have a little special way of getting around. I have on one of our adventures, I found this orb, it's the shadow orb, and it gives me some unique abilities. Essentially, I can essentially turn into a shadow, and when I do that, I become invisible and intangible, and so I can go in and scout ahead and come back and let you know what I see. It's like, okay, yeah, but that means that you would essentially have to go in there without, like, you know, by yourself, like, and we don't know what's going on there. Kathleen, I'm gonna be fine. It's like there's nothing that can hurt me in this one. We don't know what's in there. If the reason for why all of magic is getting screwy, that could be part of, like, it could maybe even affect you or affect your orb. You're not necessarily gonna be okay. Well, if I run into trouble, I'll head back and I'll let you know about it. And it's like, I've got an idea myself. So I'm like the firstborn of Bahamut, and I'm awesome because of that. So like I found this out last night with Gother that I can like communicate to anybody no matter where they are. Yes, she did find that out. Oh come on, it was funny. It was like I couldn't get into any fucking sleep. I tried sleeping on the couch and I just heard her voice and like Dother will haunt my dreams. I'm like, you love me. I hate you. Love you. Anyway, yeah, I can remotely communicate. So like what I'll do is I'll keep in like telepathic contact with you, and if you run into any trouble, we'll coming in guns blazing. Guns blazing. That's probably a good idea. I'm not opposed to that. The only issue I'm wondering about now is, like, is this door locked? How would you actually be able to, like, would you actually be able to get in, like, to my location? Well, we probably could teleport in. Like, if I'm staying in touch with you, I could probably teleport to your location. It's true, but it might be a good idea if I go on the inside and actually unlock the door first, so that way you can actually get in. So. And Mr. Flutterbudgets, have you actually determined if the door is locked or
not? I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? What did you say? Did I determine what?
Did you determine if this door is locked or not? I mean, we know there's a door. Did you try opening it?
I have not touched the door.
Oh. I guess we assumed you were staring at it for a long period of time in order to actually determine something.
I'm gonna roll knowledge engineering to see how it opens. 28.
There's a handle. You turn it, and you open, and there you go. That's what you do. Your drow friend rolls her eyes.
I open the door.
Okay.
I open the door.
Okay, Lorala was going to go up and actually inspect the door, but you decided to open it and you triggered a trap. So, you need to make a fortitude save. You're going to get hit with searing exposure. In fact, everybody needs to make a fortitude save because we're all standing in front of the fucking doorway.
Oh, great. Now I'm stupid again.
Yes. Once again, Flutterbudgets gets us killed. Lorala steps forward and is like, why don't I just examine the door? It might be trapped. Ow!
What do I need to roll?
Fortitude.
Really hate me, don't you?
Of course. Of course I do. Of course I do.
18.
Okay, hang on.
I'm rolling with +1 fortitude here.
18. Okay, you've made your save, so you'll take only partial damage. And I'm actually looking up what the fucking spell does, so that's why I'm, like, I haven't rolled anybody yet. Let's see. Searing exposure. And opposed domain. Spell descriptions. Okay. Okay. Troll sand. It's a very specific spell. There we go. Searing exposure. Oh, this is hilarious. Wait a minute. Non-lethal damage exists. Okay, I'm just gonna do you real quick because this is hilarious. All right, so I rolled a 1, so this wouldn't even affect you in the first place. But yeah, you would have. You made your save, so you took no damage anyway. But the damage is non-lethal, and it would leave you dazzled. You're undead. It wouldn't affect you anyway. so nothing happens to you. But yeah, basically, essentially, this you touch the door, and essentially you all just get blasted with an intense wave of heat, and you can see like the air kind of sizzling as like it's activating the air. So all your friends will have to make saves. So
Huh.
yeah,
Cool special effects.
yes, cool special effects. The animal makes his save, and he takes 1 non-lethal, and yeah, whatever. I'm gonna say, let's see. I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think any. I don't think you take the dazzled effect if you made your save. Anyway, he took 1 non-lethal. He's fine. So he's at like 394, but like not really. Lorala. She made her save. She's fine. She takes 1 non-lethal. Yeah, 250, 255. Your angel friends made a save. 1 damage. Oh my god. Everybody takes like 1 non-lethal. That's it. So, oh come on, Dother, fail to save. It'll be hilarious. No, he made it. He's fine.
Everyone's fine.
Everyone's taking like 1 non-lethal damage. That's it. Kathleen, it doesn't matter because she's God. Denora made it. Denora takes no damage. John. John made it. John takes 1 damage. But this is the real reason I hate you, because now I have to roll like 1 damage for every single person. This is all. It's all your fault. Oh, and he has endurance, so he has like special like invulnerability to like the heat conditions. So he's particularly.
Hey, Dread Pirate.
Yes.
What would you do without me?
I don't know. Probably have sanity. Probably not lose my mind. So everybody gets blasted. Everybody except you and Denora and Kathleen take 1 non-lethal damage. It suddenly just gets like they all suddenly start sweating and like are hit with intense heat. And it's like, and Kathleen and Lorala's, yes, could we I was just about to expect for never mind. She throws her hands up and just walks away. And the door's open now. So it's
I cast detect magic on the entryway.
Oh god. Okay. So you discover that there is indeed a magical trap on this doorway. That its actual trigger is detect magic, and so like if you hadn't have just set it off, it would have blasted you again. Unfortunately, you do realize that this trap is the type of trap that resets itself.
So it takes time to reset itself.
Yes, so you've only got a few seconds before it resets itself again, like maybe, I don't know, 4 rounds.
I open the door.
Okay, you've opened the door.
I walk inside.
Okay. Everybody walks inside. Everybody walks inside. So
I cast detect magic on the space around me.
Okay. You're in a hallway. and you're out of the range of the trap. And yeah, there is now you see basically ahead of you a large antechamber of some type. It looks like kind of vegetation ahead of you. And let's see. And I went too far away. Are you going to? You sense that like in the chamber ahead of you there was once magic, and now there is not. And I don't know if this thing that's in there reads magic or not. So hang on.
Huh. So if there was a trace of magic here, it's barely left.
Yeah, there's you sense magical residue, but like whatever like that you sense that basically there was magic here literally like several thousands of years ago, but it's not there yet.
Wow, before I was born.
Yes, as a matter of fact.
This is older than me.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Okay, let's
Old are you?
Do you really want to know?
Not really. Let's move on. And
how old do I look?
You don't make me answer that question.
How old do I look?
Right now, 8 years old.
Okay, come on. I stopped aging at 20.
Okay, your allies are ignoring you now and are moving forward.
You know what? Someday, you'll wish you were a vampire and could stick around for a couple thousand years.
All right, here we go.
But that's a tale for another time.
What's your AC?
Do you want to know?
Yes, I do.
59.
Okay. It's a long shot, but I'm going for it. The animal attempts to grab you and misses. Come on. You duck out of his way. Move, Stumpy. Let's go. Come on.
I start walking.
Okay.
Further down this hallway, but I do make a comment. It's like, you see, the taller person is at a disadvantage in a melee fight.
This is why short people ain't got no reason to live. All right, so you enter you enter what appears to be was once a garden of some kind. The ceiling of this chamber glimmers with faint magical light. A dry channel runs along the floor from the western corner, apparently once providing water to the chamber. Dead and dried vegetation fill the room. And there's a bunch of trees in here that, or like what appear once been flowering plants, but they are dead now. And yeah, that's
well, they can't have been dead for very long, considering that they aren't rotted away. So,
do you want to make some kind of knowledge check based on that?
I will make a knowledge nature check.
Okay.
That's this number plus this number, 31.
Most of the plants in this room appear to have died off about 100 years ago. There's apparently a lot of essentially old dead trees that are still in here. And a lot of the other vegetation you basically see is kind of crumpled and somehow kind of preserved because what was in here was basically locked away for a long time.
Intriguing. Cast detect magic on the room.
Again, there's okay. Now you're getting a better, clearer picture. There is magic at the top of the room. At the ceiling, there's like faint magical light that basically is illuminating the room.
I want to study this faint magical light.
Okay.
Knowledge Arcana. 33.
It's a very simple incantation meant to provide some basic lighting and maybe a little bit of basically to illuminate this area and kind of make it look pretty. At least that was the original intention.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are there any interesting features other than the plant life here?
No, just a lot of plant life.
There's no carvings into the ground.
Nope, just a lot of former plants.
I'd like to study the plants further to see if I can identify what preserved them.
Oh, okay. Where are you going to go in the room in order to do this? It's kind of a big room.
I'm going to go to one of the dead trees, but I mean, I kind of rolled a 1.
Okay. You know what? That kind of factors in with my plan anyway. All right, so you go up to what appears to be a dead tree that has a lot of large, long branches looming out with spikes. It's a twisted shrub that only has a few waxy leaves and is covered with wicked foot-long thorns. Bones and rusted armor protrude from its gnarled limbs. And as you go to examine it, it suddenly thrusts outward at you and attacks. And it's going to make an attack on you. 2 vines shoot out. What's your AC?
My AC is 59.
Okay. First one misses. Second one crits. All right, so a vine shoots out. You miss the first one. The second one stabs you from underneath, and it stabs, and you get jabbed by the point of the limb and a bunch of the spikes. And you take 4 damage. But as we painstakingly pointed out early in the session, you have a damage reduction 40, and this thing is not magical. So it stabs into you, and you instantaneously heal and shrug it off like the badass vampire midget that you are.
Yay!
Roll initiative.
How does a 33 sound?
It sounds fine to me. How should it sound?
I don't know. However you want to take it.
I want to take it. Don't. All right. You have a 33. All right. Let's not get into your enemy's thing. And now I must roll initiative for 1,000 fucking people. All right.
Well,
Animal gets 13. All right. Seeing as how you're my only player and I have 1,000 people, I don't know. I feel like I should probably give you control of these people just so you can. The issue is you don't have their character sheets though, so it's
So you're playing them.
Yeah.
You have control over them because they are non-player characters.
Fine. Why won't you let me make? Why won't you let me turn this into Final Fantasy? Damn it!
Dread Pirate.
Why do you crush my dreams always?
I have a million things to track on one character.
Yeah, and I have a million characters with a million things to track on them.
I have a fair amount of things I'm not familiar with going on this character right now.
Okay. Oh, good. Somebody tied. We have to figure that out too. Okay.
I mean, if you really want to, you could just exclude some of them from combat to make things easy on you.
No, that's cheating. I'm not a pussy, sir.
And just to clarify, non-player characters are not supposed to be run by super intelligent human AI either. So if they don't act fully smart or fully capable, it's not your fault.
Okay. Well, I'm not
partially expected. from game design.
What happens when they're level 32, sir? How stupid am I supposed to make them?
Well, in MMO terms, they just say hit it till it dies.
Oh, Kathleen crit nat 1.
Oh.
Kathleen's like, what? Haha, you're getting hit by a tree.
And to which I reply, we're feeling so good just the way that we do when it's 9 in the afternoon. And I point out that I don't have a hole in me.
Nerd. Greg nat 20s. So Greg's.
Oh, so I'm not going first.
You're not going first.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is new.
Yes. Okay. So it's Greg, then it's you. You and your bullshit, initiative. Then your angel friend goes.
Hey. My initiative is bullshit, but my initiative is fun.
I suppose. I wouldn't know. Lorala and Dothr have a tie. Filthy high elf. She has a 28 dexterity. Dothr has a 17 dexterity. Lorala goes first. Lorala, Dothr. Okay. Then I think it's John and Denora tied. Yeah. John's got a 14. And Denora has a 15, so Denora goes first. Okay, 19. And then, yeah, I think the animal goes next. Animal goes next, the plant, and then Caitlin. Okay. The fuck is Greg gonna do? Okay. So Greg sees all this shit go down. Greg's a bowman. So Greg pulls out his flaming shortbow. And this thing is not a devil, a demon, or an undead. So his ranger abilities don't really help all that much. But will deal a decent amount of damage. So he fires 3 burning arrows at the thing. First attack is a 39, which does hit its AC. Second attack hits. Third attack, 3-1. Yeah, all 3 hit. So he deals like 2d6 plus 6 fire damage times 3.
To the tree.
Yes. Okay. 8. 8, 12. 8, 12, and 14. $34 fire damage to the tree. Tree is still alive. Okay. So yeah, so he fires 3 shots at the tree. Boom, boom, boom. Stabs it, and it starts catching fire. And it starts, it's wailing its vines and limbs all over, like tentacles thrashing as it catches fire. And it's your turn, sir.
Okay. So how bad is this tree looking right now? Is it looking like it's pretty hurt?
It's on fire, and it sounds pissed off, and starts kind of growling in the only way that a tree can.
I'm gonna pull out my my rapier.
Okay.
And I'm gonna poke it twice.
You're gonna poke it twice.
Yes.
Okay.
One of them being a crit, natural
Okay.
20.
All right.
The second one being a 34.
Do I want to be a dick right now? Hold on. Okay, so you had a standard hit and a critical hit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I want.
Crit was first.
I think I want to be a dick right now. Hang on a second. Okay. So after embarrassing myself and taking like 20 minutes to look at the plans on SR on N3.5, you've not scored a critical hit. You dealt 18 damage with that first hit, and 20 with the second. Is that correct?
Yes, that's what we have corrected it to.
Okay, so you did total 38 damage. And
to a tree.
To a tree. The tree is still alive. Okay, so
trees are not subject to critical hits.
You dealt 18 damage to it. With the first hit.
18, 20.
Yeah, okay.
30.
Okay, alright, you attack the tree. You attack the tree with your rapier, you stab the fuck out of it, you cut a couple limbs off, and it's still on fire and writhing around, and hooray! Good job. Alistair is... I don't want to get complicated with abilities, so he just pulls out his greatsword and attacks it. Alright, first one hits. Second attack hits. Third attack hits. Okay, he deals 3d6 plus 13 3 times.
That's a
okay.
That's a fairly high amount of damage.
Alistair, your angel friend, comes in and chops once and cuts all the limbs off the tree. And he chops at the waist. Boom! And he cuts the tree down. And the tree is dead. Hooray!
Yay! It's like Final Fantasy, and you have that one OP character.
You have killed a tree.
So power leveled him so far, right out of the gate.
He's actually the weakest character amongst you.
He's easily fighters are easily some of the most OP damage dealers.
He's a level 15. So yeah, you let's see. Yeah, so okay, you've the tree attacked you, and Alistar cuts the tree down, destroys it, and it's like, are you all right, my friend? He says that to you. Ox. Auxentius.
Who do you think I am?
Are you I think you got cut off.
Yes, I'm okay. Who do you think I am? Some weak, petite little thing?
No, I'm just...
It'll take more than that to cut me down.
All right, good. Well, you fought well. Good job. All right, Greg's like, yeah, I'm starting to have some fun now. It's like, all right, we fought a killer tree, so everybody's happy. And yeah, all right. So
are there more trees?
That was the only one. There was just one like angry tree in this room.
So, can I inspect the dead, chopped up tree?
You can. Well, it's on fire, but yeah, you may.
Kind of cold on it so that it puts the fire out.
Shh, cold. The fire has been put out.
Yay! Pretty sure I had that prepped. Yep. Okay. Knowledge, or I guess perception, right?
Perception would just like, yeah, I think a knowledge check would be better in this situation.
What knowledge check?
Knowledge nature?
Knowledge nature.
Knowledge dungeoneering?
Knowledge dungeoneering.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? All of them have the same bonus.
Yeah.
Oh no, I closed my
I'm so smart. Look at me. Look at my high knowledge check.
I have plus 19 in all knowledge checks.
Whatever.
24.
Yeah, you figure out what this thing is. This thing is an iron thorn. It is a A tough, waste-adapted plant that snatches passing creatures and impales them on its thorns to gain nourishment. Typical iron thorns about the size of apple trees, about 15 feet tall, with thick bark and few needle-like leaves. So, that's what this is.
Sounds like fun.
It's a monstrous tree that is adapted specifically to desert environments, and there's lots and lots of thorns.
Cool. Was it guarding anything?
It is underneath it. You see, there's piles of bones and rusted armor, and that it, again, looks pretty old. It looks like it's maybe a couple of hundred. It actually looks older than the. This thing was basically the only plant in here that actually was still alive. So it looks like maybe about 50, like a couple hundred years ago. Maybe this tomb was uncovered before, and some grave robbers managed to find their way in and never came out because they ran into this thing.
Okay, so
there's also some animal bones and things like that, like rats and snakes and things like that.
Are we able to proceed deeper into this tomb, or
you are able to proceed deeper into the tomb? Yes, you are.
We go deeper into the tomb.
You go deeper into the tomb.
Yay!
Hooray! Hooray! Adventure!
Yes!
You got blasted. You go to the mysterious tomb and get blasted by a heat wave and ran into a spiked plant thingy. All right.
Adventure!
Adventure! Wow. We're dorks. Okay. Beyond the garden, you come into sort of a kind of an octagonal shaped room. It's very wide, and it's domed. This domed chamber is feebly lit by flickering points of light scribed all across the ceiling like stars. A dry fountain in the center of the room leads to a similarly dry channel out of the chamber towards the east. And is there anything else I can tell you? There's two doorways out of this room, one to your left and one to your right.
One to the left and one to the right?
Yes. And there's a dried fountain in the middle of the room.
I cast Detect Magic on the dried fountain.
You detect no magic on the fountain.
You said there was a channel leading out of away from it?
Yes, a dry channel out of the chamber towards the east.
Okay. Can I follow that channel?
Yeah, it basically leads you to the doorway.
I go through that doorway, but first I'm going to inspect the door for traps.
It's actually just kind of open. It's an open chamber. There's no actual locked door.
I follow it.
Okay. You are now in a long hallway. A little ways, about 10 feet down, there's another passageway that leads into another room. And then 10 more feet down from that, there is another doorway. And there appears to be 15 feet away from that doorway, there's like another doorway. And it leads into a larger, more expansive room, and I have to read something. This area is dark and empty, except for many piles of dust. And I have to roll something. Okay. Nothing happens for now.
I don't like this nothing happens for now.
Oh, it sounds like someone's paranoid. Sounds like someone's just like getting really, really paranoid. I don't,
I don't know. Large, expansive room led to by a channel. Is there a save point nearby?
You do not detect a save point, no.
Is there a recovery point nearby?
There is no recovery point. You don't get any checkpoints.
Odds are
this
is not a video game. But
odds are checkpoints. Man up.
Fight.
Like, just because you didn't grow up in my era of like punishingly difficult games, Mister, I play Dark Souls all the time. You gotta man up, do this fucking dungeon, and be a boss. Otherwise,
I haven't played Dark Souls in a while.
Oh, you haven't played Dark Souls in a while. Yeah. Stop being a bitch. Stop being a bitch, Flutter Budgets.
I'm playing Kingdom Hearts on hard
Yeah,
mode.
you're playing. Oh yeah, frou Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts. We're just gonna derail into me bragging you about video games. All right, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're standing in this hallway.
Well, odds are this is a fight I'm about to walk into.
Okay.
Dust on the ground. Is it in like different piles?
It's just dusty. It's really dusty in here.
It's really dusty. There's no piles of dust.
There is no piles of dust.
So it's not likely to be something that could turn us into dust.
Right.
I walk to the middle of the room.
Well, you're in a hallway.
Said the hallway opened up to an expanse, right?
Okay. All right. You were in the large domed room. You went to the right.
Yes.
You went through the doorway. You're now in a hallway. To the left, in the hallway, basically, it goes down for a ways. There's one doorway to your right. Further down, there's two more doorways to your left, and then there's a large, kind of expanded area beyond that, beyond your field of vision.
Oh. I just follow the water channel, the dried up water channel.
It's gone. You're done. It led directly out of this room, and you can't find it.
Shit. I go to the nearest door.
Okay. So 10 feet down, there's another doorway on your right, and leads into.
I roll stealth check to stealthily peek inside.
Okay. There's a large room, and I got to roll something again. Got to roll a couple things actually.
Stealth is 75.
Okay. 75 stealth, you peek into the room. There is stuff happening in this room. Lots of stuff. My encounter...
Does it look like friendly stuff?
No, it does not look like friendly stuff. Okay. Roll D8. Okay, there are... Well, let's pull up her character sheet, actually, real quick. I was not expecting this character. Okay, this is going to be fun. Okay, so what you see in this room is you see something rather kind of horrifying. You see two large skeletal figures that appear to have been some kind of monstrous humanoid, possibly a troll. And due to the motion from the outside, they apparently haven't moved in a long time, since suddenly they start stirring. But also in the far right corner of the room, again, this room is very kind of dusty like before, you see what appears to be a woman covered in dust and hooked up onto some kind of slab, some kind of like reclining chair. There's some kind of obstruction over her eyes, and she's covered in dust and like cobwebs and spider webs and hasn't moved in a long time. Yet she does not appear to be decayed at all. And there appear to be some kind of syringes that were kind of injected into her, and appears to be some very old equipment in this room that's no longer functioning. And
am I on the forefront of science?
Hmm? Well, you do have.
I'm experienced in the
you
forefront.
You do have a fucking spaceship. All right.
No, but that's a spaceship. This is next level shit.
What do you mean next level shit?
This is full dive VR right here that we're looking at.
You don't know. Well, I don't know. You don't. necessarily know what you're looking at. I mean, yes, you could make some kind of knowledge check. It's going to be high, though. I'll tell you that.
Knowledge check? Knowledge what? History?
Science! Or even dungeoneering, something like that. I don't know.
So, history?
Pick one.
Critical success. I rolled a nat 20. I know all things.
Now I have to explain this. All right. Okay. You visited numerous versions of the planet Earth. And on one such version, there is an organization known as the Watchers Council. This is Watchers Council technology. This is this essentially is a series of medical equipment and designed to keep an immortal in stasis and basically essentially keep them asleep for centuries at a time. That's what you're looking at.
I stand up all the way.
Okay.
Watchers Council.
Do you say
what? That? Yes.
Okay. And I'm having trouble finding the fucking skeleton.
I start walking towards.
Hang on a fucking minute. Stop doing things. I'm not ready. I'm Edward the Unready. Okay. I haven't even determined if these fuckers have seen you yet. Hang on a second. Where the fuck is the skeleton? I'm looking at the 3.5 monster manual, and there's nothing on just skeleton. The fuck is the skeleton? Skeleton. There it is. 225. God damn it. Skeleton. Skeleton. Human skeleton. Owlbear skeleton. Troll skeleton. Okay. You had a 75? Is that what you had, sir?
I stood up. I spoke. I'm pretty sure
no, shut up. Stop. Before that you had...
Yes, I had a 75.
Okay. Okay, good. They didn't notice you. All right, now you're standing up? Now you don't care?
Yeah, I care about the Watchers.
All right, do what you were doing before. Like,
and I'm like, Watchers Council. And I start walking into the room to look at the equipment.
Okay, they suddenly jostle to life and start moving to attack you. And you need to roll initiative.
$32.
Okay. Roll a 32. And every one of these fuckers will roll again. All right. Start with our guest stars. They have a not shitty initiative, but it's shitty for the sake of this whole thing. I think you might be surprised by this, but their initiative is not higher than yours.
Well, I mean, I am in mythic tier, so...
Stop twisting the knife, Aux! Stop!
Just,
skeletons alone. They're not human.
Just,
Okay. The animal who's been half asleep this entire time. It's so rare for me not to have to rage and shit. It's just like, I'm just chilling out. It was like, whoa, cool. Saw it kill a tree. I nat 20'd. Animal nat 20s. Fuck your diplomacy.
Roll diplomacy.
None of your gay diplomacy this time.
Animal, you should let me go first.
No. Eat shit. I need a... All right, Alistair.
My diplomacy.
I love ruining your diplomacy. That's what I live for. Alistair is a 25.
35 on that diplomacy check.
You have to actually wait for your turn to actually roll it, sir. And I still have to calculate every one of these assholes' fucking initiative. Both are nat ones. John gets an 8. John doesn't get to do anything today. John has no fun. It's a Nora. Nora's got a 17. Oh, Kathleen, please, critical miss again. That'll be great. No, she got an 11. And Greg, winner of our critical hit lottery last time. He is a 19. Okay. Animal, you. Who's up next? Okay, Lorala. Alistair. Troll skeletons. Greg goes after them. Nora goes after Greg. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Nora, then Kathleen, John, and Dother. Okay. Okay. Davis, are you ready for me to completely ruin your day? I'm ready to completely ruin your day. So the animal sees two troll skeletons approach you and like, rah, about to attack you. And it's like, oh yeah, let's do this. Rah! And he rages and furies and charges into the room and starts fighting the troll skeletons. So, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, cool. All right. Let's see. Where's my claws? Two Vorpal claws. Rage Fury, plus 49. First attack is first attack hits with a 56. And I should probably just calculate the damage right now. 1d4 plus 19. All right, hit. Second attack. All right, second attack hits. Okay. He comes in. Rah! Slash, slash. He slashes the first skeleton twice, kills it with a second slash, turns into, cleaves into the next one. Plus 44. Hits. Okay, 20 damage. Third attack. Hits. Okay. I think I just killed them both. Yes, I did. 20, 18, 20. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the animal flies into rage, runs into the room and attacks the skeletons. Kills the first one in 2 slices. Then he cleaves the next one and kills that in 2 slices. And now I need to make a will save to not kill you. So, and I think this is my first round of raging, so I think I just got to make like an 18 or something like that. I think it's like a 15 or something like that. Here's my will save. I believe I made it. Yeah, I rolled a 20. Okay, so yeah, he stops his rage. He's good to go. Let me just double check. So, Battle Fury, 15. Yeah, 15 plus number of rounds was 16. I made it 20. I'm good. Okay, so he flies into range, slash, 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 and he cuts down the skeletons, cuts them to pieces, and then just shinks the claws and is like, "Yeah, rookie, that all you got, bub?" And blatant Wolverine ripoff. The skeletons are dead.
Pretty sure that dead, good friend.
Yes, it is your turn.
There's more combat to be had?
I don't know. Do you declare combat over?
I am asking, is there a reason for combat to keep going?
I don't know, but I think you have to make the determination yourself.
I make a perception check around the room for any more enemies. Well, at least my bonuses aren't trash. 38.
Well, the breathing of the body in the corridor has basically hastened a little bit.
So there's breathing coming from the body. And
the woman that's covered in dust and cobwebs is breathing still, and her breathing has hastened somewhat.
I go over to her. I inspect what she's trying to figure out what she's linked up to if I can.
Okay.
So knowledge engineer.
Okay.
Crit.
Okay, she is hooked up to a device which is essentially designed to basically keep her in a state of essentially slumber. It's actually a very simple. It's a very simplistic but expensive device which has essentially designed just to keep her drugged over a period of several hundreds of years or maybe thousands of years, and slowly administer basically a series of cocktails that keeps her asleep. And essentially that's all it is. And it's but it appears to be running a little bit dry. But it's still got some equipment in it. But that's all it's designed to do.
Do I have the knowledge required to disable this machine?
It's fairly simple to disable it. You just kind of shut it down, or kind of essentially she's actually hooked up to what appears to be like an IV bag of some kind, and which is also covered in dust and spider webs and whatnot. And it's all you have to do is dismantle it.
I go to dismantle everything.
Well, so you would have done that, but you basically this entire time you spent making 2 checks, so I have to keep moving this around. The rest of your friends, just kind of don't really know what's going on, and are essentially saw the big scary skeletons get cut down, so they assume combat's over as well. So Lorala just kind of approaches to your side, as does Alistair, as does Greg, as does Denora. And then suddenly the body that you're examining suddenly starts to move, its arm starts moving, and it very quickly and hastily, as if it hasn't moved in a long time, but basically grabs the helmet that's on top of it, that's the VR thing that you were calling it, and kind of moves it up and looks at you suddenly and looks startled, and it suddenly kind of vaults upward and seems to be reaching to its side for a sword. But all it could do this round was basically get up. And you see tons of spider webs kind of fall off a rather attractive-looking woman with dark hair, and a somewhat Victorian dress. And she looks very, very startled and looks like she wants to engage you in combat, but is not really able to do much right now. So now it falls to Kathleen, And Kathleen is going to make it a diplomacy check. And it's like, oh, hey, hold on, calm down. We're not here to hurt you. We just kind of found you like this. Everything's going to be all right. So Kathleen will make a diplomacy check. And if I can find her diplomacy score. Got all these fucking stupid god abilities. Somewhere in her I had a diplomacy check. Somewhere. Craft animal. No, she's a fucking fighter. She doesn't have diplomacy. That would be too easy. Fuck that. Alright, she does have a charisma check. She rolls an 18. This encounter is currently hostile because she's been asleep a long time and doesn't know who the fuck you people are and is scared and probably try to stab you. Okay. All right. All right, hostile. She rolled an 18. That's not good enough. She's still fucking scared. So Kathleen did not successfully talk her down. John's gonna try the same thing. This is bad. The fighters are not good at this. So,
oh, I wonder why.
Yeah. Oh, no. Calm down. We're not gonna hurt you. It's okay. It's all right. See, he's supposed to have a Cockney accent. Oh, good. He's got a -2 to charisma. Not natural 1. No, he's not helping. Dother tries. Dother, calm down. It's all right. We're not attacking you. Relax. He has a +7. He still scores a 14. It's not enough. And fortunately, the animal has just calmed the fuck down. So the animal does not immediately stab her. So I have a diplomacy score somewhere. I think mine sucks too. I get Intimidator. I'm good at that. No, I have a +2. That's all I've got. 20. Okay. I actually, the animal of all people calms her down. It's easy. It's all right. It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. Everything's cool. Okay. She has been moved from hostile to unfriendly. She's still like looking at each other, just kind of like holding onto a katana sword, ready to draw it, but has not moved yet. Your go.
So she's wearing a Victorian style dress.
Yes.
Does it look what's the right word for it? Does it look expensive?
Modestly. But not too much so. I mean, you know, it's something maybe the bourgeoisie would wear.
Okay. So I look at her and say, "Milady, I do apologize if there's any confusion. But if you do so wish to attack anyone, I'll let you have some on me. If it'll calm you down." I roll diplomacy.
All right.
For a 38.
38. Okay. You have moved her up to friendly. Okay. All right. She calmed a minute, and it's just like, okay. It's like who are you people? How long have I been asleep?
I cannot answer that one for you. But we are wonderful travelers, seeking help from what may or may not lie in this tomb.
Oh, this tomb. That's right. Yes. Ah. I was brought here. Lord Mexef wanted to study me. See if I
Lord who?
Lord Macapsa.
Macapsa.
Macapsa, the king of these lands. Or Pharaoh, I believe, essentially what he was. He wanted to study me in hopes of finding immortality for himself, and I just wanted to sit out the game.
Friends, this Lord Macapsa.
Macapsa.
Macapsa. How long ago did he rule these lands?
Well, before I went to sleep, he was the ruler of this land, but he and his wife were becoming ill, and they were preparing to be moved into a tomb of some sort. I believe this device was set up in the castle. I'm not in the castle. Are those bones?
Those are troll bones. Yes.
Troll bones. Yeah. That's right. They have strange magics in this world. Well, I suppose you've awoke me.
Yes, I do suppose so.
I mean, I might as well just go back to bed. I want no part of the game.
What game?
Nothing. Never mind. I'm sorry I mentioned it.
No. It will help us figure out what time you were lost from.
It is a matter of honor. I must not speak of it.
I can help you get back there.
I don't want to get back there.
I can help you finish this game.
I don't want to finish it. I want no part of it. It is a bloody and brutal game, and one I wish not to play.
I can play it in your stead.
No, you can't, and you shouldn't want to. I've said too much already.
Rolling diplomacy.
She's. What are you trying to accomplish with diplomacy? She's already friendly.
My lady, please allow us to help you in any way we can.
It is not possible for you to help me. Perhaps I can help you. What are you all doing down? Where are we inside of Macapsa's tomb?
We are in the tomb of Macapsa, right?
I don't
know. Am I wrong?
I woke up. I've been sleeping for God knows how long. Oh my goodness, my gown is covered in dust. This is absolutely dreadful. She starts to off.
I might have a spell to help clean things. Well, I have things for fixing things, not for cleaning things.
Well, she did mention the game in your presence, and some of the people with you are not immortal, so she has unfortunately lost a point of honor.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
She just woke up.
So, you mentioned honor. Where are you from?
I was born in France.
Oh. On Earth, yes?
Yes.
What time period? What year was it that you last remember?
Actually, it was 19. It was. She's very hesitant to speak about this, actually. That all depends how long I've been asleep. How much do you know about me or what I am? I think it's the first thing I should ask.
Well, considering that you're wearing a Victorian-era dress, I'd say you're probably from the 17 or 1800s. You fight with a katana, therefore, or at least you clutch at a katana initially, which is a strange weapon for the French to be using, especially at that time period. International trade and such was not very popular, but it existed. In terms of what part of France, not particularly capable of telling you, but I can definitely say that it is very fascinating here, especially considering we're not on Earth anymore.
No, we are indeed not. Let's just say I've had a very interesting life, and through my journeys, I wound up on this world continent. I believe they are calling the continent Wormwick, I think. Oh, there was some nonsense going on. There was some kind of army of monsters fueled by the taint of evil were attacking the land, and there was a baker named Bomar who was threatening to bake the entire city of Wormwick, and no, it was not the city of Wormwick. He was threatening to bake the entire city into bread, and it was concerned. It was like what Caitlin's like, what? Bomar? How do you know Bomar? How do you know Bomar? He was a baker. He was baking all sorts of bread and talking about some kind of dragon lady who sent him back through time. Dother, Greg, and John just kind of slowly stare at Caitlin and is like, what? and Caitlin, you sent Bomar back in time? What? No, I haven't sent Bomar back. Why would I send? How could I send Bomar back in time?
Well, time travel is very feasible. It's very simple to do, and it would definitely get rid of a problem. Whether or not as it'd be the perfect solution, I can't say. So it would be very quite possible for you to send someone back in time, especially given your status.
Yeah. Well, and also there's that one cave that Fire Nipple told us about where you someone back in time. All right, wait. So are you saying I'm supposed to send Bomar back in time at a certain point?
It appears as though that's what
he had some kind of story about how he baked the entire city of Wormwick into bread and something like that, and it was and then some dragon lady sort of just popped up out of nowhere and wait, what do you mean? Like he did this he baked the entire city into bread? Yes, he was the city he was in, which was named after the continent. I don't understand. He makes very little sense. He seems like a very nice old man, a nice young man, but he was, obsessed with bread, and he was baking too much of it, and he was, I don't know, there was a group of adventurers concerned he was going to take over the world. It was kind of silly. But he has some story that he actually, the last he was seen, he baked his entire city into bread. It's like, yeah, guys, I gotta go now. It's Kathleen, what are you willing? I've gotta go back to Wormwick and check. So, Kathleen, where are you going? Bye, Dother. Kathleen, boom, she teleports away. Kathleen has left the party.
Well, shit. Would you like to join us, milady?
Sure. I mean, are you trapped down here? How did you find Macopsis' tomb? I was expecting to sleep down here forever, but I guess I'll never.
We had it marked on a map.
I guess I'll never get back to sleep now.
And your equipment wouldn't last for very much longer, anyways. Running out of juice.
Yeah, I suppose it's gonna have to wake up eventually. She in a non-threatening way lifts up her katana and opens it up and inspects it and dusts it off and polishes it a little bit, and it's like, what are you doing here exactly? Are you just exploring the place? What's happened? Do you know if Macopsa? He wanted to study me, and I just wanted to go to. I wanted nothing to do with the game anymore, and I've lost many friends over the years, so I just wanted to sit it out. So I mean, I let him study my body and use whatever alchemy he could to sort of achieve his form of immortality. Have you spoken to him yet? What has happened?
To Macopsa?
Yes. Is he still around? Did he succeed?
Who's still with me?
Everybody but Kathleen.
I look at Dother.
Dother is just standing, staring at the doorway where Kathleen just teleported off to, just like face palming himself. Oh my god,
Dother, I need your help.
She's gonna send Bomar back in time. Well, you do realize what this means. If this woman's from the past, then that means entire city of Wormwick's covered in bread right now. I know, Jim. I know.
Dother.
Our city is covered in bread.
Dother.
How did he cover the entire city in bread?
Dother.
How do you... What? I'm here. What's going on? What? Who?
Hi. Okay. Question.
Yeah?
This king lord dude named Macabsa.
What about him?
How long ago? Is he still around?
I don't fucking know. He's the guy's tomb we're exploring. I'd never heard of him before.
Okay. I
don't think even Duke Ned knew about him before. We literally kind of the soldiers kind of like bumped into it on our way back from killing the Demon Baron. It was just like, honestly, I was more concerned that, well, I was more concerned about Kathleen not being able to talk to Bahamut and Dora not being able to talk to Paylor. And, maybe she'll never speak to him again. Denora suddenly bursts into tears. Oh, Paylor! Oh, shut up. And maybe I was reveling not having to deal with Corellin slapping me in the face with his dick. He suddenly starts smiling and just kind of drifts off.
Okay. So.
What?
Milady.
Yeah.
My name's Flutterbudget. May I have yours?
That's a very strange name. My name is Sienna Biljani.
Sienna.
Mm-hmm.
What a lovely name.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Your king, Macabsa, is...
He's not my king. I wound up in his kingdom. I suppose he's a friend or possibly my captor. I don't know. I didn't really care.
The one you were searching for has not been here in this world for some time.
No, he must not have succeeded then.
From the most I can tell, this is a couple thousand years old.
I definitely slept.
The place we are standing in.
I definitely slept for a long time then.
Yes, you did.
Here we are, born to be kings. We're the princes of the universe. Here
now,
we belong, fighting for some.
Once again, milady, would you like to join?
What this is from? Go ahead. What?
My lady, once again, would you like to join us?
What are you guys doing down here? Why are you even here?
We came down here to see if there were any answers as to what's going on right now.
What is going on right now?
Big, dark, evil thing causing things to go wonky is what we believe. It's causing it at least.
Wonky how?
Can't talk to the gods. Can't go between dimensions. I kind of need to be able to do that. Both of those things. Lots of different spells not working. Clerics can't cast their magic as things.
Honestly, it sounds
dark times.
It sounds like the bit is over my head, but okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Anyways, if everyone would gather around. I kind of do a group hug and I cast teleport for us to go back to Wormwick or just outside the city of Wormwick.
You're gonna go all the way to Wormwick.
We gotta go help Kathleen.
Okay. I hate you. To the city of Wormwick. The city of Wormwick is covered in bread. The streets are paved in bread. Houses are covered in bread. Some of the houses are gingerbread. It's just everything. There are people covered in the streets with dough. Like dough elementals are grabbing and consuming them, and they're able to fight them off actually relatively easily just by eating them. But there's just bread everywhere, just bread, bread, bread. People like buried under bread. There's just bread everywhere, and in the midst of it all is this large man, this large kind of hulking man with a pot like where bread, infinite bread, is just spilling all over the place. It's like, and he screams, "I baked bread!" And then bread, more bread flies over, and he falls down, and it stops shooting bread. And there's Kathleen with her head in her hands, and it's like, Bomar, what did you do? Bomar baked bread? Bomar? Yes, Dragon Lady? Bomar? Come with me. Okay. She reaches her hand down to him. He takes it, and then she grabs him and forcefully lifts him up. And grabs him by the scuff of his shirt. Ow, Dragon Lady! And she teleports away again. Meanwhile, there is, you see an old man covered in dough who's just like coughing as he nearly suffocated, trying to pull himself out of the dough. And he stands up, exhausted, and he looks over to your group, and it's like, oh, thank God you're here. Oh, Khan Muzarag, are you okay? No, he's... Bomar, he started breaking bread, and something happened, and he just didn't stop, and there's just so much bread. So much bread. How are you? Did you stop the demon baron? Yes, we did. We stopped the demon baron. It's like,
this is fantastic.
That's very good. Oh, hello.
I've never seen anything such intriguing before. This is interesting.
Oh, you find it very intriguing. Maybe I'll come to your city and cover it in bread, asshole. God damn it. He got hands on some kind of magic item. I don't know what and then he took some magic stone and he made bread with it, and it just didn't.
What magic stone?
I don't know. It was green, and he put it in the pot and he baked it, and
does that sound familiar to me?
No, well, you did go on an
knowledge arcana.
Go ahead.
38.
You think it's not the same stone. In fact, actually, you're looking at the pot. The pot actually had some green glowing crystal in it that the energy is fading. It's not the same stone that you picked up. But it does look like it does have kind of an inscription on it that seems a little interesting to you. Before we
I read it.
Thank you once again for completely ignoring the dungeon encounter I prepared for you. Just want to thank you for that. Just want to thank you just once again for that. You son of a bitch. Hate you. Go ahead. Continue.
How do you think I felt when you ignored a puzzle?
Oh, that's what this is. This is revenge.
A relatively simple puzzle. Now you understand what it felt. Be on the receiving end of that.
That fucking mummy's gonna wake up and kill everybody thanks to you. Anyway, moving on. Go ahead. So, all right. So yeah, there's an inscription on the stone. If you want to examine it.
Yes.
It says it's actually written in arcane, and it's like it says Vante Incorporated.
Does the name Vante Incorporated sound familiar to me?
Dother groans. John's like, well, that explains everything.
What explains everything?
There's the old man covered in dough expresses. There's a mage's tower, several days travel from here. It's Vante's tower, and they do a lot of magical research there. We've come to, well, the people you. I'm sorry, I don't think we've actually met before. Who are you?
My name is Slaughter Budgets.
Okay,
it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, he extends a hand. It's like, hi, I'm Councilman Khan Muzarag. Pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry I'm covered.
Councilman. Oh, loyalty. Allow me
Yeah.
to give my proper introduction.
That's really not necessary. I don't think you need to do anything.
My name is Flutterbudgets, self-proclaimed master of sneaky wizardry,
Lorala
death-defying
Andy.
fat, ruiner of day, and vanquisher of your sex life. Also wrote the monster under your bed.
Lorala and the animal walk away at this point, significantly far away from you, and just like they go up to one of the houses of all these people who are horrified their house is made of bread, and then they stare at it for a minute, and the animal just like takes a big like chunk of gingerbread off the house and like gives it to Lorala, and she starts eating it, and they start smiling. And
I take a bow and I say, "It is a pleasure to meet you, Councilman."
Yeah, great. Anyway, we recently discovered that the group you're with right now, it's our the Heroes of Wormwick. They're good friends of mine. Have done a lot of good for us. They recently discovered that Vante was actually in league with the Demon Baron. Specifically, his crazy assistant. What was his name? Gotti. It's like John's like, yes, Gotti. Yeah, you guys. Gotti's dead, right? Yeah. We think so. Vante took care of it. Yeah. Well, apparently Vante sided with the Demon Baron because he's motivated by money, and they basically paid Vante to help out. But Vante creates a lot of powerful and dangerous magical items. It would appear this is what Bomar must have gotten his hands on. By the way, where is Bomar? I heard him a minute ago. Where is he? Please tell me you stopped him. I mean, it's unfortunate if you had to kill him. I mean, I understand, but I mean, like this bread monster must be stopped.
You see, the difficult to describe because well,
all of a sudden
Kathleen took him away.
All of a sudden there's a flash of light, and Kathleen is back, and she's dusting her hands off, and it's like, it's done. It's like, Kathleen, what did you?
What did you do?
I sent him back in time. Oh, good. You've completed the time loop. Very good, says Sienna. It's like, yeah. Looks like I did. Might be entirely responsible that I'm actually the one responsible for you doing that. No. That was the greatest thing I've ever done in my entire life. Sent that fucker back in time.
And how exactly did you send him back in time?
There's a cave. Dotha told me about it. Heard about it from Fire Nipple. Sent that fucker back in time.
And you didn't for once consider the thought that maybe you shouldn't.
He burned down our ship, Flutterbudgets. He burned down our ship, and he's covered my city in bread. In fact, oh my god, I haven't even thought about that. What has he done to Albert's house? Has he fucking covered Albert's house in bread? I gotta go. Hang on, she teleports away.
Kathleen.
She's gone.
Does anyone think she ever once considered the fact that maybe it would have been a good idea to just kill him instead of sending him back in time?
First of all, Dotha chimes in, Kathleen doesn't think things through. Second of all, she's not going to kill him. She's a good person, and in spite of all this horror, Bomar's a friend. We don't want to see him die. Greg points out, yeah, I agree, although, dear God. Well, who wants bread? John walks over to Animal and Lorala and starts eating someone's house of gingerbread. And yeah, and so in the spirit of Avengers Infinity War, for the next hour, you all essentially wind up sitting at a local tavern, eating various assortments of bread and like candy and whatever else that like Bomar accidentally created, much like at the end sequence of the original Avengers movie. You're all just getting nachos, not talking. And the townspeople are not even saying anything because let's be honest, they all have PTSD at this point. So,
Bread.
bread-based PTSD.
Well, the worst part is it's all going to be moldy in about a week.
Yeah. Kathleen teleports back in. It's a pie! Oh, don't... Albert's house is a pie! It's covered in pie! I don't know...
Kathleen!
It's like... raw...
Kathleen!
It's strawberry. There's a giant strawberry and
Kathleen!
on top of it. It's...
Kathleen!
I kind of want to eat it. Hold on, I gotta go eat it. Bye.
Kathleen! No!
She teleports away again.
Reflex to
5 minutes later,
catch
she
her
teleports.
and be teleported.
What are you doing?
I was gonna reflex to grab her, so I'm teleported with her.
She doesn't give you permission, so she's not gonna allow it.
What?
Well, actually, she wouldn't care. She wouldn't give a shit. I guess it's opposed reflex. Hang on. Or did I just get rid of her character sheet because she disappeared? No, she's here. Okay. Yeah, roll reflex save.
I trip and fall flat on my face.
Okay. You trip and fall flat on your face, and she teleports away. 5 minutes later, she teleports back with a giant piece of custard pie. And she drops it in front of you. It's like... she draws her sword. Who wants a piece? Kathleen, are you okay?
Kathleen, I have a very important question for you.
My house is covered in pie. I'm going to make the best of this. You are going to eat this.
I have a very important question for you.
Can vampires eat pie?
Yes.
Then you're getting a slice of pie. Which part do you want?
Question.
She cuts you a slice of pie.
This question is more important than this damn pie.
Okay, we'll take the pie and pass it along. Hang on. Keep talking. I'm listening.
Okay, did you ever consider once that maybe we should have not sent that guy back in time?
I'm sorry. I'm just serving my friends a piece of pie that was once part of my father's house. I'm not thinking very straight and clearly right now.
No, I completely understand that. But,
why don't you shut the fuck up and eat your fucking pie? And she just takes a huge chunk of strawberry custard pie and shoves it down her mouth.
Did you make sure it's not poison?
It's not poison. I'm immune to poison. Oh my god.
Yes, and I'm immune to poison because I'm a vampire, but they're not either of that.
They suddenly start chewing much, much slowly. Dother.
Clearly.
Well, thanks, Flutterbug. Just way to ruin delicious pie. Yeah, this is the animal.
No, Dother, why don't we just sit here and actually see if there's any poison? It's called magic.
How are you opposed doing that?
It's called a spell called Detect Poison. I'll ritual cast it because I don't have it prepared. It's a cantrip.
Do whatever you want.
I ritual cast Detect Poison on the pie.
Okay, it's not poisonous.
Good, it's not poison.
It takes you 10 minutes to do the ritual, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Laurel already determined it's not poisonous. Right mid while you're casting the ritual, it's not poisonous. Trust me, I know.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm a drow and I'm a spider. We know poison.
Thank you.
So
it's safe to eat.
Everybody resumes eating their pie. It's almost ruined by some nerd who wanted to test for poison.
Better safe than sorry.
You all eat a delicious pie that is part of Kathleen's house.
Pie is an acquired taste for me. I haven't gotten back yet. I appreciate the offer, though.
You recall eating pie at some point, and it's uncomfortable at first, but after a while you start enjoying the savory flavor of pie.
Okay.
But you can't eat too much of it, otherwise you'll throw up.
Right.
You think it would be a lot better if there was blood in there?
Someone mind bleeding all over this?
He looks at you and it's like, gross.
I flash my fangs.
Still gross.
This is what I am.
We do not accept you. We do not accept you. Feel bad. Your new immortal friend goes over, and do you have a dagger? She approaches you and asks you, "Do you have a dagger?"
Do I have a dagger?
Yes.
Look in my bag real quick.
You find a dagger.
I have lots of.
All right. Can I have a dagger?
I don't have a dagger.
Yes, you do.
Oh.
Shopkeeper gives you a fucking knife.
I didn't know I had this dagger.
The shopkeeper shoves a knife into her hand. Thank you.
You can have a dagger.
All right. She takes the dagger. She cuts her hand and then deliberately bleeds on your piece of pie. You suddenly watch as her hand slowly heals, knits itself shut and heals. There you go. She goes back to eating her pie.
You said you were born in France, right?
Yes.
And you were with. You were using Watcher's equipment, right?
Yeah, that was Watcher technology.
And that was Watcher's technology?
It's used for sanctuaries, for those of us who wish to no longer participate in the game. Suppose it doesn't matter anymore now.
No, that's rather incredible technology. And you're from France wearing a Victorian dress, but you're clearly. Are you from the 1800s?
I lived through the 1800s.
Huh. Interesting.
Are you going to eat your bloody pie or not?
Yes.
Yeah. This is very...
Oh, so much better.
I haven't eaten in a long time. This is actually very... So you're a vampire.
That's.
I've heard some of our kind have encountered your kind, but I wasn't sure if it was true or not. At least
I'm also more than a vampire. Don't give me too little credit here.
Oh well, I'm more than immortal.
I can tell. I do believe this will be a fantastic friendship we could have. Should we choose to go the friendly route, yes?
Yes. All right, hang on a second, dude. There's sound like something would boom outside. Hang on a second. I'm gonna stop.
Okay, there's what outside?
So there's something boomed outside. It was weird. So hang on a second. Yeah, we're recording again, no jitsu. Anyway, yeah. What was the last thing I said?
I had asked Celia if Sienna, if really write his friend's names down. If she would rather take the friendly route.
Well, I don't see why not to. You seem like nice people, and you're a vampire, which means you are immortal, but you're not my type of immortal. So I don't think there's any issue.
Good.
My type of mortal.
I'm glad.
If you were my type of mortal, there would eventually be problems, no matter what happened.
Well, good. I reach out to shake her hand.
She shakes your hand.
I like friendly relationships.
Yes.
I'd rather avoid from having to eat deadly spells, but I do enjoy a good friendly relationship.
Yeah, you seem to have quite a lot of friends.
Most of these are acquaintances.
The animal looks hurt.
You're one of my friends.
Good.
I said most of these are acquaintances, not all of them.
We did just meet, Dother says. Although, you did abduct me. So, I mean, that's got to...
And I trusted you with my spell book.
That's true. That's true.
To which I almost lost because of you.
Councilman Alpert suddenly wanders into the... I know I said it was a tavern, but fuck it, it's a bodega. He wanders into the bodega, and he's covered with slightly less dough at this point. And it says, well, it'll take about 47,000 gold pieces in order to repair the damage that Bomar has done to the city. But at least we're not getting invaded by demons, so that's a good thing. And as far as I know, the world isn't ending, right?
You said it would take 47,000 gold pieces to restore the town?
Yes, it would.
How about you pay me 5,000 to fix it?
Sure.
Should I be able to fix it?
Okay. Are you going to turn into a dragon again?
No.
Turn into a dragon? Like, who are you, sir? Who is this?
No, just a minute. Just a minute.
Councilman Albert.
Just a minute.
Councilman Albert. Greg. Before you do anything, Greg points. Councilman Albert. This is a acquaintance we've met of the mage Fire Nipple, who has been assisting us with the strange things that have occurred. By the way, aside from Wormwick being turned into bread, has there any problems with spellcasters or clerics, or something to that effect? Well, as you know, magic is not looked upon fondly in Wormwick, so we've heard word from a few runners from Collingrove that spellcasters are having problems, but we've noticed that the clerics are having problems. The clerics are getting very, very concerned. It's like the clerics of Bahamut, Corellin, and Paylor, and some of the other gods have no longer been able to reach the gods in question. They've all fallen silent. It's actually kind of on par to what happened with Bahamut several hundred years ago, in which we learned Bahamut was sealed away by the sorceress Zalela. It's similar prior to you all discovering that that's what happened. It just, for some reason, the followers of Bahamut just noticed that Bahamut hadn't spoken to his followers in about 400 years. It's starting to happen again, and many people are getting very, very frightened. And frankly, the news that the Demon Baron has been killed has only recently reached us. A lot of people were basically concerned that this was like that the Demon Baron had won, and this is the end times. Now people are starting to think that maybe this is like Tiamat's revenge, and for us standing up against him. It's a harsh time. People were very, very tense, and then Bomar covered the entire city in bread. So yeah, it's a typical day in Wormwood. That's basically all I can really say. I need to retire. That's what I need to do. I need to retire, and go to a land where this kind of shit doesn't happen. That's basically what it boils down to. So Howard, what can you all add to this?
I mean, we found a lady who's been sleeping for over a couple thousand years.
There's a lot of people that have been sleeping for thousands of years. That we've come to find out.
It's cool.
That's not that unusual, in all honesty.
She's how we knew about the bread in Wormwick.
Well, yes. I suppose that is the case. You are the person in question. How have you been alive for 1,000 years? Have you been kept alive through magic or something, or some such? How is that possible? Yes, let's say it's that. It's a kind of magic. Oh, okay. Well, very well. Yes, I was alive in the time period where Bomar has been sent to, and he's been regaling people of the stories of Kathleen sending him back in time. And then I apparently informed her about it, and that's how she was able to inform. You were able to discover that basically we were able to discover that Bomar had indeed covered the entire town in bread. I see. Well, that's
she's been a lot of help.
That's serendipity that I would expect from the heroes of Wormwick. So.
Okay, now I'm just gonna go and like work my little magic thing over here and see what I can do for the town.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I wish the city of Wormwick and its surrounding areas had recovered and repaired itself from the bread crisis.
You cast a wish spell, and there's a great and glorious light. And in the sky, you see the face of a big fat guy. And the big fat guy, he smiles down on the bread-covered Wormwick and opens his mouth, and all of the bread flies off the buildings. And it goes into this giant fat guy's mouth, and he grabs the bread, and he eats it and delicious it, and it's wonderful. And all the bread disappears, and the town is restored and resplendent. Any damaged structures or things ruined by being covered in dough have all been disappeared. And the big fat guy burps and smiles and waves at you and disappears. And
I wave back.
He waves back, and the city of Wormwick is resplendent and beautiful, and once again not covered in bread. And there is joy and tears and cheers and feasting, and it's like, yeah, yes, this is glorious. The bread is gone. The bread crisis is at an end, and it's like, yes, let's have an orgy. And then a bunch of people start taking off their clothes and doing weird things, and yeah, and then like you people start acting weird. Some woman starts screaming about people putting their cocks on the table, and there is much reveling and happiness about, but you get the impression that the people of Wormwick are a little strange.
A little.
Just a titch.
That's a statement. Okay. I go back inside and I talk to the councilman.
Well, looks like you solved the problem right off the bat. You even cleaned up my outfit. You notice he is no longer covered in dough.
Yes.
Oh,
it's
if you want to come back to the council, I'll pay you 5,000 gold.
Cool. When?
Now. Might as well.
Let's go.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm following.
Okay. So you go to the council, and he basically goes down the treasury, and he gives you 5,000 gold.
Yay.
He also pays, like, a good... he basically pulls aside the heroes of Wormwick and gives them a substantial amount of money. Like, essentially gives them, like... I don't want to make it too much. He gives them about 20,000 gold, and basically, essentially as a reward for defeating the Demon Baron once and for all, and which they're gonna essentially take back to Kathleen's estate, and so he rewards them for all that, and then yeah, and they're good to go. It's all the money's kind of loaded up and it's sent to Councilman Alpert's estate. It's at that point then Kathleen basically has to inform them that, basically talks to Khan Muzurag. It's like, okay, unfortunately there were some casualties from the people of Wormwick, and unfortunately one of the other members of the strike team, friend of ours, Gary, the prison guard, he didn't make it back. The Demon Baron's demons killed him, and we kind of jumped the gun here. His body was actually in Colin Grove. We were actually going to send it back, and we wanted to actually pay for a plot for him. And he had a wife and a child, and we wanted to add a memorial of all the people that died due to the Demon Baron's battles. Councilman Albert says, "Well, I'm very sorry to hear about what happened." Absolutely. Actually, you don't even need to do that. We'll take it out of the, we'll take it out of the city's coffers, and we'll whatever you want to do, we'll inform his widow. I mean, if you want to do it personally, Kathleen, I understand. If not, I can go personally, or I can send one of my men. We could do something like that. We can pass that along. It's not a fun thing to do, but we can. He did fight well. He was part of your team, and he's one of the only people that signed up for the strike team before you all arrived. So, be happy to do that. So they kind of handle this kind of somber news, and they're kind of arrange things. But basically, but before we get going, so what did happen at the Demon Baron's Tower exactly? Well, we went in. We were badass. The armies fought at the demons. We went up there and we kicked the shit out of him, and we killed him. But he cast some kind of spell which destroyed the tower. But also, it apparently he used what Bahamut told me before I wasn't able to talk to him anymore, was that he had basically used his power to summon some kind of entity known as the Shadow King. And he was going to use...
Shadow King.
Yeah, the Shadow King was going to be his revenge. It was... there's the pill...
Does the name Shadow King sound familiar?
Check of some kind.
Knowledge check.
Knowledge check.
$28.
In your lifetime, you have met many evil entities and occasionally good or neutral entities who just want to sound like edgelords, who have referred to themselves as the Shadow Kings. But specifically, no, this is unfamiliar to you. You're a very old vampire. You've been around the block a few times. You've run into many a villain who's like, "I am your death. I am the Shadow King. I'll help you, Mr. Vampire. I'm the Shadow King." Hi, I'm the Shadow King. Do you want coffee with that, or you would like a side? We have but it's like either potatoes or celery, something like that. Yeah.
Hello, thank you for choosing Shadow King. What can I take for your order today?
Yeah,
I'd like a Shadow Burger. A super Shadow Fry. I'd like Shadow Fries with that. And
bacon cheeseburger.
And a shade malt.
Shade malt. Would you like Raining Darkness salad to go with that?
No. I mean, I don't really need to watch my figure. I'm letting myself go for a little bit. I'm rewarding myself.
Aren't we all? Yes. Yes. Just, met many an entity that has called themselves the Shadow King, but nothing specifically is ringing a bell.
Apparently, even a fast food restaurant.
Yes. That was a really weird year 500 years ago.
Year of the Shadow King.
Yeah. So the Shadow. Nothing specific is like popping up.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm afraid we don't know much about the Shadow King. He was some kind of entity that existed many centuries ago, and he was evil. But we don't know much about him. We've been dealing with the Demon Baron for about 100 years, so that's been the main thing that's been causing people of Warwick the most recent peril. Prior to that, would have been Zalela and of course Owain at the Hold subjugating people. So, but fortunately, not much is known about him. I suppose you could go back to Colin Grove or perhaps Felbrig and see if you could do some more research about him. So anyway, that happened, and then shortly after that, Kathleen wasn't able to talk to Bahamut. Pelor stops communicating with Denora, and Corellin graciously stopped communicating with me, says Dother. But it wasn't just us. It was all the other clerics and many other wizards in particular started noticing various spells, and particularly dimensional travel spells, stopped working. So Colin Grove is pretty celebratory. Things are going well, but at the same time, people are nervous because of all this. Entry so are we. Okay. All right. So would it be fair to say that perhaps the Shadow King is behind all this? I mean, possibly.
The potential is there, but we won't know without meeting the Shadow King.
I suppose. And, well, I would definitely suggest that you would want to know more about what the Shadow King is, or who it is, before you just go and, go crash its party. Well, there was
of course.
There was this weird, like, tomb that we were exploring before we ran into our new friend Sienna here, where it apparently was just uncovered right when all this started going off. So Duke Ned sent us to go investigate it, but then we heard that Wormwick might be covered in bread, so we raced over here as quickly as we could.
Speaking of which, we should get back to.
Yeah, we should really explore that. So that's what you were doing inside of this tomb. Yeah, a lot of the wizards and Duke Ned himself are believe that something inside Mekepsa's tomb might, help us figure out what's going on. Well, I'm afraid, unfortunately, I can't be much help. Mekepsa, I can attest, he and his wife were invested in the occult. They were attempting to find some way of preserving themselves. And they were hoping that my immortal blood might possibly be a key to that. And they were doing some other sort of occult rituals. I think they were prepping, like, worst case scenario, he wanted essentially to mummify himself. But I don't know how successful it would have been.
Well, I can say your blood's very special. It tastes quite good.
Stop flirting. She kind of smiles at you. And, but thank you. Khan Muzar is like, what? Beg your pardon? Yeah, Flutterbudgets here is kind of a vampire. A vampire.
Flash my fangs.
Councilman Muzarod kind of like kind of moves back in his chair, and it's like, it's okay. It's okay. He's mostly harmless. So you're not
mostly. Okay, well, yes, I am an all-powerful wizard. I'm sorry.
He's not the evil bite your face off type of vampire. It's like he's not gonna hurt you.
I've only done that to people who've provoked me in the past.
He's not. The animal speaks up for it. Look, he's not evil. He's just an idiot. That's really what it boils down to.
Go on, ask Dragon Lady. She'll agree with that one.
Oh yeah, dumb as a rock. Anyway, but yeah, it's so that's what's going on basically. Why don't we rest the night? I'll go talk to Gary's widow, and why don't we just kind of relax for the night, and we'll go back first thing tomorrow morning, 6 in the afternoon. Why 6 in the afternoon? Oh, okay. Suddenly dawns on him, it's like, oh, vampire. So they break for the night, and they decide to let you stay at. Oh, you don't have your coffin. Good. Khan Muzarod calls for his driver, Panty Crabs, and a wagon shows up, and a man comes forward, and like, whoa, Nelly, I'm Panty Crabs. Panty Crabs, ho, ho, and Panty Crabs shows up and lets you take a wagon back to a very nice mansion, which is apparently Kathleen's father, Councilman Alpert's estate. And you stay the night there in a room, and they cover all the windows so you don't burst into flames, and you're all good, and you don't have a coffin to sleep in, but you sleep in a bed. And you go to bed, and everything's cool, and you wake up the next morning, and well, not next morning, 6 o'clock at night, and what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Call it a game.
Really, fucker?
I'm getting tired.
I just threw an undershirt at the computer screen. You derailed. Ugh. Ah! We go
It's okay.
into a dungeon, monsters, the tree, and just like, okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna go follow the dragon lady to a joke. And I suppose it was awesome because then we got Bread City because of that. So that was great.
And then I fixed it.
You're just not gonna go back so I can do the thing with the counters and the stuff. And
no, go back. Just not this
I gotta
game.
sit on this for a week because you're shithead. Oh, okay. Where did you not go? All right, you're.
I successfully wished everything to be fine. We're fine.
Okay.
And it actually worked out okay. You should be proud of me.
Yeah, you did. Okay, that was. Oh my god, that was just the weirdest sequence of events. It's like we're gonna go explore this tomb, and there's a killer tree, and skeletons, and then you meet a mortal lady, and then like fuck this tomb. Fuck this tomb. We're gonna go back to Wormwick, and I have to do a sequence where the city's covered in bread. You know what? I wish I had prepared for that. I should. You know what I should have had you do? You should have fought an ooze. You should have fought a bread ooze. A bread ooze would have been great. I'd just give you like a fucking slime, a black pudding, but it's bread. It's just nothing but yeast, and it grows, and yet Or I could use another Marvel character. We could have used Doughboy. That's what I should have done. I should have fucking adapted Doughboy and made you fight Doughboy. That would have been perfect. That would have been the perfect fucking thing. So, okay. So what do you, Auxentius? What did you think of tonight's session? I think this is the weirdest yet.
It was interesting. It was right up Flutter Budget's alley. It was right there with the having a good time.
I had a good time too. I feel like. Say it again.
This is very interesting, very fun. I like it. It was nice.
I'm digging it too. I feel like I am I really am Edward the Unready though. I'm the most unready dungeon master of all time. I've got books lined out all over my desktop. I've got all these pre-made characters and encounters, and still, I am hampered by I can't remember whether plants are immune to critical hits or not. I can't do that. I can't I'm just completely beside myself about that. I don't know what that says about me. So, yeah. But I had fun. It was definitely weird. I got to kill 2 troll skeletons, so that was fun. And you fought a killer tree, and you ran into a city covered in bread. All in all, a wonderful day. So
yes,
true. It was awesome. Okay, so what are we doing? Are we tomorrow night? We're doing your game.
Yes.
More Adventures of Cloud over at the Round Table of RPG.
Yes.
That sounds pimp to me. Okay, that'll be great. I get to sleep on my fucking.
But we won't be able to go. We won't be able to be as late. So.
That is fine. Yeah. So we kind of had to go this late just because of work and things like that. But I think
Yes, and we won't be able to run it as late because of work, things like that.
All right. Well, that's fine. Okay, well, this was, yeah. Let's go explore an ancient Egyptian tomb, fight some monsters, city bread. It was a good day. And I feel like we have thoroughly also, I mean, this is obviously a fan fiction at this point, but it's we have thoroughly and interestingly, fleshed out this bizarre Wormwick sequel addendum to the original campaign that Lord Cat ran. And this is very interesting. I never thought I had no intention of. I just wanted to run the Apocalypse Stone, but it wound up becoming this entire sequel to a game I really liked. So it's kind of interesting.
City of Bread.
Thank you for being such a bizarre player that you forced me to write this. So I thank you for that.
You're welcome. Get a lot of fun, interesting times with Auxentius around.
Okay, well, Auxentius, thank you once again, and this is the Dread Pirate saying happy gaming.